This video is made for the unit CS219 Cloud Computing for assignment 2 demonstrating question number 2, which is this one. The steps we'll be looking under this in question number 2 are: step 1, configuring the graphic user interface, installing and configuring Apache web server and PHP, creating simple hello cloud web page, test web page using Firefox on Ubuntu instance, and lastly opening web page on browser on local machine. So let's dive straight into our question. We'll be using PuTTY. So the first thing we are going to do is update our Ubuntu OS. So the command is sudo apt update. We're going to press enter. Then so we are going to enter another command, sudo apt upgrade. What this command will do is update all the packages that are installed. So we'll press Y and enter. This might take some time, so we'll be back after this is successfully upgraded. So it is successfully being upgraded. So next we'll be looking at our graphics user interface, installing our not installing graphic user interface, we will be configuring graphic user interface. So the command for that is sudo apt and install xfce4 dash goodies. So enter, continue. We'll be back again once this installation has completed. So now you can see the graphic user interface has successfully installed. Now
completed, and as we can see, we have to restart our system. So simply press enter and enter again.
our GUI has installed, but to view it you'll need to view it in the GUI viewer. Before that we'll need a server for that, and to do that we need to enter this command to install the server. Sudo apt install typed VNC server. So it has installed. Now we'll configure the VNC server. For that we need to type this command VNC server VNC server. It requires a password, so we'll enter the password. Okay, so it needs, okay, so we'll re-enter that command VNC server. We'll enter a password, enter. We'll re-enter our password, and in this part we will choose no. There we go, our desktop is now created. This VNC server will be running on port 5901 and we'll be accessing it by pressing :1. But we won't do that. For that, what we have done is entered this command VNC server -kill :1. What this has done is stop the server. We'll create a backup for the file, and this is the code mv space vcn x startup vcn startup dot backup. Before that, I made a few errors, so this is the code. Next we are going to edit the startup file, so the code for that is sudo nano and the name of the startup file vnc /x up. So the code is sudo nano vnc x startup. So again, to hit enter. Now next we are going to enter our configuration codes, so we'll be back after I enter all the codes. So this is the code, and now we're going to save the file, and we'll do that by pressing Ctrl X, and yes, the file name will remain the same, and press enter. So we have successfully added our file. Now we have to make the file executable, and we'll do that by the command sudo chmod
And what this
by entering this command sudo cmd vnc startup x. So now we'll then enter. Now we are going to restart our server that we stopped in the beginning. For that, we'll just enter this code. By this code, vnc server dash localhost. Press enter, and there we go. Desktop has started. So next we'll be doing is, then what we're going to do is open putty now and click the last. So what we're going to do is name this file ubuntu vnc. Then we are going to save this. Now what you're going to do is we're going to open connections, head on to SSH, then tunnel. Over here we are going to add some stuffs, and we are going to enter source port as 5901, and then enter the destination as 127.0.0.1 colon 5901. Let me just confirm that. Yes, that seems to be correct. So now, and then add. So we had already given it a name. Let's re-click on it and then open. So now I'm back. Before I made a critical error somewhere, so after fixing it, I've successfully done this. Now the next step is we'll be using VNC client to connect to VNC client to connect to VNC server on Ubuntu instance. Now we'll open our VNC client. So let me search up and open that VNC. Okay, found it. So in that we will enter localhost 5901. We just confirm once again. Yeah, it seems to be correct. Then we will click enter. It will ask for the password, and this password will be the same as when we entered in the one we entered in the beginning. So yes, so we have successfully opened our viewer. So we have successfully done step 1 for now. That was configuring graphic user interface. Now we'll be moving on to step 2. So yeah, first, to begin with, we will install a browser, that will be Firefox. So the code for that will be sudo apt-get space install Firefox. Let me just check the spellings. Get install Firefox. Okay, then you press enter. Okay, I will just let that be installed. So yes, we'll be back after it has completed. So see you after a few minutes. So congrats, welcome back. We have now successfully installed Firefox, and now you can see this interface of the Firefox. So just let's test is this is working. We'll just search USB. Okay, it's working. So now we'll be installing Apache web server and then configuring some firewall settings. So we'll install Apache 2.7 Apache 2 now. So code for that is sudo apt install sudo apt install Apache 2. Press enter. Yes, we'll be back after it is installed. Now we'll check if our Apache server 2 is running, and the code for that is sudo ctl systemctl status Apache 2, then press enter. There we go, the server is active and running. Next we are going to confirm in our real VNC viewer if our Apache 2 is up and running. So we'll enter the IP 127.0.0.1 and then enter. So this is confirmed that our Apache 2 is running. So next we'll be viewing all the profiles we have. So that this is the code. So this is the code. We have some profiles here, so we'll be changing some rules for Apache full. We will enter this command and then press enter. Then we'll check on which pods it is being listened on. So for that we'll need this tool. Let's install it. We'll be back again after this has installed. Now we are going to enter a command to check which ports are being listened. So this is the command and press enter. So currently we are just going for 80, showing for 80, which is HTTP. Now we have to also allow for HTTPS, which I suppose will be 443. For that we'll enter another command, which is this, then press enter. So the changes to take place, it says system needs to restart, so we'll restart. Sorry, oh no, it's right. 1 2. Just hold on. Oh, found the error, so we need sudo in front. So remember, you always need sudo in front. So next, so now it has restarted. Now we can check again which ports are being listened to. So we'll enter this command, enter. So now we can see this port is also being listened to, both the ports. So we've successfully done it. So now the final command is to change the firewall settings, and this is the code. So As you can see, let me just enlarge it. No. It has both the ports 80 and 433. Now we'll just press enter. So it has been done. Before we forget, we also have to add PHP to add a web page. So the command for that would be sudo apt install needs to be a space here, and then space php sudo apt install php li mod dash php. So then just press enter. So press enter again. So it's press Y to confirm installation, and it might take some time to install. So we'll be back again after it is installed. So what we have done till now is basically confirm the path of the HTML. So we don't want this one, we'll be creating our own. So for now we'll just back up this default page HTML space index dot html dot pak. So enter. Now we're gonna create a new, to make a new HTML which is gonna serve as our new web page. So sudo nano index dot html, then press enter. Just paste the HTML code in this file.